This is Carrie Gatto with Keller Williams Realty. Welcome to another episode of Let's Get Down to Business. Today I'm interviewing Kristen Swain, owner of Kristen Swain Photography. Hi, Kristen. How are you?
Hi, Carrie. I'm good. How are you?
Doing really well. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Of course. Thanks for
If
having me.
you wouldn't mind, just start us off by describing your business.
Sure. I have a photography business, Kristen Swain Photography, and I do primarily family work. Love working with families and children. And I also do some weddings and branding and marketing photography, as well as events here and there.
So fun.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
How did you get started with your business?
Well, actually, photography is my second career. I was a lawyer in my past career life and lived in New York City. So I went to law school in New York and worked there as a litigator for 6 years. And despite all the time and effort I had put into that career, I just realized after several years that it wasn't the right path for me. So took a step back. I took on a job that allowed me a little bit more flexibility. Starting in 2012, I took on a work from home position that was legal related, but allowed me a more flexible schedule. And then I started to kind of dive into my passion, which was photography. I just had never really had the time as a lawyer to pursue the education I needed, or really just the contacts that I needed to make progress on that. And so I turned a hobby into my career. I built my business. I opened my business in 2017 when we were still living in New York. And then later that year, we actually moved to Boston, which was a little bit of a hiccup, honestly, in the process of starting a new business, because I had a lot of people I knew in New York. And then all of a sudden I moved to a city where I didn't really know anybody, which was a little challenging. But
Yeah.
I think it was the best thing for me because it really made me explore all of the various, resources that you can use to build a business. And I really basically started from scratch once we got here. And I am just about to let go of the other part-time job I've been holding on to help pay the bills. So I am officially going to be a full-time photographer as of next month.
Wow, congratulations. That's
Thank
huge.
you. Yeah, it's super exciting. It's been a lot of work in progress to get there, but very, very excited.
Good for you for making that jump into your passion. That must have taken a lot of courage after all of that time spent in the schooling and the commitment that you made. But you,
And a lot of people looking at me like I was totally crazy for sure. You got to feel it in your gut and just go for it, right?
right, right. That's awesome. What's your favorite thing about your work?
I don't have children of my own, but I adore working with them. I love seeing the passion in their eyes, how excited they are about every little thing. I love how genuine children are, and seeing just their excitement over every new thing that they see, being with their mom and dad, pets. It's really, really fun to capture their genuine emotion and, authentic personalities as little people growing up in the world. So I think that's my favorite part in capturing the true love between, family members. It's incredibly special. And I feel privileged that families invite me into their lives to do that.
Oh, that's so awesome. Yeah. Um, how do you typically find your clients?
Yeah, that's a good question. It it's definitely a variety of sources, and I've learned a lot over the last few years. Like I said, trying to build a business more or less from scratch in a new city. So I found a number of different ways that work and are helpful. Instagram has been great. Facebook groups are wonderful, but recently I found that I think the most reliable way is through client referrals. So, I had to build up a client base to begin with, in order to start getting those referrals and to get enough referrals to eventually go full time, which is what I'm doing now. So it's been, you know, accessing all the resources and other photographers as well. There are some great photography communities. I think, social media is, as much as we all kind of like love and hate it at times, it is so helpful for connecting you with the right community, whether that's clients or people who are in your field who can offer some advice, mentorship, and other people who are willing to kind of spread the word and either give you some, hints or connect you with people um, who want to work with you. So yeah, I think I'm finally reaching that point where the word of mouth is actually spreading among people who have worked with me, which is, it's really nice. It's kind of nice to feel like there's a web growing, one person refers 3 people and they each refer 3 people. And then all of a sudden you're fully booked, which is the way it should
Right.
be, right?
And I'm sure you get a lot of repeat customers too, as people want to have updated family pictures.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so I've started offering packages for families who like to do multiple sessions per year, which is always really fun. And I get to watch the kids grow. And, it's also great for, when a family's expecting to have multiple sessions in a year. You can do a maternity shoot and a newborn session, and then maybe a 1-year milestone session. So yeah, repeat clients and new clients, just kind of a little bit of everything.
Awesome. Is there anything exciting coming up that you want to share?
Yeah, always. But right now, so it's we're coming up on the end of March, and so spring season is really about to be here. We're going to start seeing the flowers blooming. So winter tends to be, especially for family photography, kind of quiet, other than newborn sessions. But come spring, it's beautiful out. Everybody wants to get outside. So my spring booking is now open, and I'm going to be releasing dates for spring mini sessions soon as well, which is always fun. You can get a 15-minute session, and I do a series of 5 or 6 sessions in a row, 15 minutes each. And I usually do those at Arnold Arboretum, which is just gorgeous. I don't know if you've been there before, but it's in the JP area, and it's just stunning. They have lilacs in May, which are just great if you can catch them at the right time. Short season, but totally worth it to get there for those. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, that sounds like a great way to do it, to just have a bunch of people come to the same place and be able to
It's
do it
great.
more.
And as a mom, like sometimes the kids' attention spans, they're just so short, So a 15-minute session, a lot of parents are just like, just give me a short session. I just need a couple of photos. And so it's
Right.
perfect for that.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds great. Any tips on how to capture a great photo?
Yeah. Well, as you probably know, light is super important when it comes to photography. So, and there's a reason people call the last hour of the day of sunlight golden hour, magic hour. It's really perfect that time of day on a sunny day. The 1 hour before sunset is just gorgeous. The light starts to soften and it gets glowy. So if you can, I would say, get outside during that hour. Otherwise, just keep an eye on the type of light that you have. If you're shooting outside, even light is really helpful when you're taking, especially portraits. You want to go into an area where the light is consistent. So ideally not too bright, not, midday sun is very, very harsh. But if you are going to be in either the sun or the shade, ideally just avoid the dappled light where you've got like a mix of sun and shade on your face or on your subject's face. Consistent light is key.
That makes sense. Yeah. Um, Now that your hobby and your passion is your business, what do you do besides work?
Well, I have 2 fur babies at home, so a lot of my life revolves around them. We try to spend as much time with them as possible, take them out to the dog park, make sure they're having, a lot of fun and living happy, fulfilled lives. So I love my 2 fur babies. They're 2 golden retrievers. One is Hudson, who we've had since he was a puppy, and he just turned 5. And the other is Brody, who we adopted from my in-laws about last fall. So it's only been a few months. So he's a new member of our family, but he's been a nice addition, and we're all having a lot of fun together. So I love them, love playing with them, love hanging out with them, spending time with them, and my husband, Tim, as well. And I'm also really into yoga and astrology. So those are my 2
Cool.
outside of work hobbies besides my dogs.
Very fun. Do you have any goals this year? Personal, professional?
Well, speaking of astrology, I am currently enrolled in a course and I'm planning to be certified as an astrologer this year. So that is something that I'm really enjoying. It's been super meaningful to me, and it's just really, I feel like I've learned so much already. And I'm contemplating adding that to my business in some way. So right now it's just a personal endeavor, but
Mm.
kind of trying to keep my mind open about how I might be able to take what I'm learning and serve other people. Maybe providing readings at some point, maybe adding astrology readings to a photography package in some way. I don't know. I haven't nailed down what I'll do with it, but that has been a big focus for me recently and something that I'm really enjoying. So, um, yeah, hopefully I'll be certified by the end of the year, and we'll see what happens with that.
Yeah, I can see that somehow meshing with photography, like maybe the
Somehow, we'll
branding.
see.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. What's the best way for people to contact you?
Best way is through my website. I have a contact form on my website, and my site is kristenswainphotography.com. And you can also email me directly at kristenswainphotography@gmail.com. So pretty easy.
Yeah, very easy. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, it's great connecting. And thank you everyone for watching. And we'll see you next time. Take care.